Alright, so now let's try to see if we can disperse this cloud. This is something that I've been doing for a long period of time. This is going to be my test cloud. And then this one, there's a smaller one next to it. That's going to be my control cloud. I'm going to leave that little cloud next to it alone. So I'm going to focus on this bigger cloud. And I'm just going to erase, 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 deactivate, dissolve, disperse. 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 Love, light, peace, healing, freedom, truth, and abundance. 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 Love, light, peace, healing, freedom, truth, and... Well, my control cloud is broken up first. Too close, too close. Okay, that's fine. This one's dispersing too. Let's just disperse this part of the sky. This part of the sky, we're just going to make it perfectly clear and blue. And there's another cloud over there that I'm going to leave alone. We'll check on that one in a second. So this one, we're just going to keep releasing, releasing, releasing. Erase, erase, erase. Deactivate, dissolve, disperse. Release, release, release. 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 Remove, remove, remove. Release, release, release. Deactivate, dissolve, disperse. 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 And that cloud is gone. It's just, there's just the tiniest little bit left. And that too is disappearing. Disappearing before our very eyes as I focus on it. Now let's look over here at our control cloud. Still there. Didn't focus on that one. Where's the one I was focusing on? This is an exercise of consciousness. This is something that you can do yourself, and it's best to do on a day where there's lots of little fluffy natural clouds. Start with something nice and small that's already a little bit wispy like that. And then, those are the easiest ones to do. Release, release, release. Deactivate, dissolve, disperse. 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 And that little cloud that I was just focusing on is now gone. And here's another one right next to it. And here's the other one that was going through, and it's still there. Didn't focus on that one either. So this is just a way that you can practice using your consciousness to alter and change reality. Release, release, release. Deactivate, dissolve, disperse. 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 Release, release, release. Sometimes it helps to use a tool like a wand or a crystal or a magnet. I'm just using my hand to direct my energy. And I'm just kind of wiping the sky. And so we're going to watch this next cloud. And this one's a little bit bigger. It's got a little bit more coherence to it. And so as I am using my energy to sweep over this cloud and disperse it and break it up, you can see how it's changing structure in the sky, becoming a bit gauzy, breaking into pieces. Release, release, release. Deactivate, dissolve, disperse. 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 Some people find it easier to close their eyes and focus. I like to leave my eyes open so that I can see exactly what's happening as I'm doing this work. Although in bright sunny days like today, it's a little bit hard because that sun is super bright and I'm looking really close to it because the sun is just right over there. Oh my goodness. I can't even see on my camera right here. There it is. Yep, there it is. And here's the cloud that I'm focusing on. So let's just keep focusing on that cloud. It looks like it's coming real close to the sun here. Release, release, release. Deactivate, dissolve, disperse. Release, release, release. Deactivate, dissolve, disperse. We're just going to disperse this cloud and turn it into a perfect blemish-free clear blue sky. Release, release, release. Deactivate, dissolve, disperse. Release, release, release. Deactivate, dissolve, disperse. Release, release, release. Deactivate, dissolve, disperse. The stuff that's passing in front of the sun looks like it's breaking up a little bit more than the stuff directly ahead of me. But it's spreading out. It's becoming more gauzy, losing coherence, and the new cloud moving in is starting to do the same as I'm just swiping over. So you can see with the area of the sky that I'm focusing on, the cloud is actually dissipating and dissolving, and this new cloud that's moving in is starting to do the same thing as I'm continuing to do this practice. So this is a practice that you can do for yourself. Anyone can do this. I taught my children to do this when they were very young. We used to just find a perfect, beautiful, sunny day like this, lay on the ground in the grass, focus on the sky, take turns focusing on clouds, and see if we could just make them disappear. And we could over and over and over again. And that was 20 some odd years ago. And that was just an experiment. That was before I even learned how to be an energy healer. That was just a fun thing that we just tried to do just to see if we could. Just to see if we could. And we could. Over and over and over again. Release, release, release. Deactivate, dissolve, disperse. Release, release, release. Deactivate, dissolve, disperse. Look at how much smaller that cloud is now. And it's still, like there's parts of it, you could still see that bigger parts that are just continuing to disperse and lose coherence and break up as it's passing over me and I'm doing this intention. Release, release, release. Deactivate, dissolve, disperse. Release, release, release. Deactivate, dissolve, disperse. Release, release, release. Deactivate, dissolve, disperse. And I'm doing this demonstration today because this is something that I have done over and over and over again. I literally went out and when we had a tornado coming, it was directly at my house. It was not even that long ago. I even made a Facebook post about it. My phone was going off. Get in the basement. The sirens in town were going off. Take cover. And I could actually see rotation in the sky over my house. And I got my wand out. I'm not using my wand today. I'm just using my hand. I got my wand out and I had all of my tools turned on, and I got out and I yelled at the sky. And I said, not on my watch. And I watched that rotation above me stop and break up. And the storm passed, and there was no damage to my house or my town. And that's not the first time that I've done that either. Not the first time that I've done that. And that cloud that I was focusing on is just gone. There's another one there. I didn't focus on that one. But that cloud that I was just focusing on, that's gone again. And so I'm not advocating that you go out and, do battle with severe weather. That is definitely more powerful, more advanced work. And I would suggest only do that work if you are confident in your abilities. If you have practiced many, many times on the many, many smaller, less significant things like these little fluffy clouds today that I'm making disappear with my consciousness. When you are really, really good at making the little bitty clouds disappear, then practice on the man-made clouds and make those disappear. When you're getting really, really good at making those disappear, then start working on the storms. But be smart, be safe, take cover if you need to. Don't take unnecessary risks. But I'm just telling you that we are so much more powerful. We have such an ability to change and create reality with our consciousness that you just don't even know. And I love the cloud practice so much because this is a way for you to demonstrate for yourself in a way that's visual, that you can see and you can do over and over again and prove to yourself that your thoughts, your intentions, your words, your consciousness truly does affect physical reality. The clouds disappearing is proof. I just proved that to you right now. And you are just as powerful as this. This is not just a me thing. This is an all of us thing. We just have been taught that that's not true. And it so is. It so is. So exercise your power, my friend. Believe in yourself. You are so much more powerful than what you believe, what you have been taught. You have the power to change reality. Start exercising it. My name is Alina Phoenix. If you would like to do some work with me, I do emotion code, body code, belief code, energy healing work, quantum healing, holographic healing, EMF balancing techniques. I also offer solutions for mitigation of harmful frequencies of all kinds, grounding products, EMF balancing. There's so much healing to be done that we can do with our consciousness, with frequencies. And I invite you to let me prove that to you. I literally guarantee that what I find will be relevant, or I don't want your money. I won't even charge you. I'll refund your money if what I come up with doesn't have any relevance to you. That's how confident I am. And people over and over and over again tell me how much better they feel, how much lighter they feel. I am privileged to have the honor and the ability to help people change their lives for the better, not just by using my own consciousness to help them, but by helping them access and use the power of their own consciousness to change. So please reach out to me, phoenixhealingcreations.com. I am here to help. I am here to be of service. I am here to help awaken you to your own power within. I wish you a beautiful, beautiful day.